think I was a little bit overwhelmed on my first day, just because there's so many children everywhere, and I didn't know what to expect really at all.
Well, my first day I was very happy, exciting because I started job and I was so exciting to start quick. I didn't even wait the person who was giving me training. I was keep saying it's okay, I know. But the second week when I finished the training, I was feeling confused because everything was only me. But thank God I catch up quick and I learn quick.
I remember the first day we were at High Point with Tara, and that was a cool day because the first activity we did was to write a little timeline of our life, and I think everyone realized wow, we're all kind of meeting at this point in our lives where the future is wide open and we're all kind of diving into this experience together.
With this team, we really got to know each other. We did things outside of work together, so I really had a good time on the first week. It was really a good bonding moment for me.
I remember being so nervous the first week though when we were in the classroom. The first task they gave me was just stapling paper to a bulletin board, and I did it so slowly because I didn't want to mess up my first job as an AmeriCorps. And then Jamila gave me that really gingery Somali tea and made me feel at home. So all it takes is that one little thing, and then you're like, okay, I can just relax.
I remember that first day of class and one of my kids ran outside 20 times and I had to chase him down the hall every single time. And at the end of the day, I was just exhausted and kind of thinking, what did I just get myself into? How am I going to handle this for 9 months? And now he has such a special place in my heart, and he's my favorite little kid. I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but he has worked his way there.
We had a nonverbal boy with autism in a class, and he spent most of the year not talking, and then we went to the park one day, also in the springtime, and he was watching some kids play with the telephone things, and talking into them, and I mean all throughout the year he'd been making so much progress and getting really close to talking, and he just started saying hello. He went over to the megaphone and he just started saying hello, and we're just amazed at it because I had been watching this whole thing, and then I went over and got the teachers, and then Jose went over and started talking to him, and they started saying Jose, copying what Jose was saying, and then by the time we got to the classroom he was saying all the kids' names and all of the other teachers' names and colors, and just, I mean, he'd been absorbing everything the whole year, and everything just kind of stopped in the classroom.
Well, we have showcase nights every quarter, which is where we show off the projects we've been working on, and those are really cool. The kids, they get to show off. We did dioramas for different biological climates, and they were super excited, and the whole community's there, and all the friends and family and teachers and principals and everybody. Those are huge nights, and the kids just get so excited for them.
I mean, it was really special this year. I've been able to bring in friends and family to volunteer. So my mom, who lives in St. Louis, she was able to come out and visit, and so she spent a day in the class and taught the kids French, and I don't know, it just kind of blows the kids' minds sometimes that
Absolutely.
You have a mom, you have a dad, this is your mom, Right. And one of the kids asked my mom if she was my grandma, which was kind of funny.
I've been mistaken for a 30-year-old a lot of the times in the class, so yeah, my age range with the kids goes from 15 to mid-30s, I think, so the conception of age isn't always the strongest.
To me, it's been a dream of mine to work with at-risk youth in a more urban setting, so it meant moving to a big city and engaging myself in different cultures and getting out of my comfort zone. So it's been life-changing for me.
I think I learned a lot about culture, both from an organizational standpoint and from a community standpoint.
I am a mother and I am working with kids, and it is a wonderful experience. 5 minutes you are laughing, 5 minutes you are angry. You are doing so. Sometimes you learning from them, and sometimes they learning from you.
I think I learned that children are really smart, and you know, it just every day I was learning how to work with them every day. You know, I would have a child, and I didn't know how to get him to, you know, write his name, or I didn't know how to get him excited about writing his name. So every day it was a new challenge. It was like, okay, how am I going to get him to do it today? We're going to make a game out of it, and I just really saw that every day, you know, I had to learn more.
I guess I've learned to just be very open to things. Very open to different cultures, you know, different ways of life that are not my own, and I think that's been really cool for me. I thought I was coming here, but working in a job like this really opened my eyes even further.
I think the value of interpersonal relationships can't really be underestimated in this type of environment, and social work in particular.
I think I learned how to effectively kind of interact and communicate with middle school and high school students. Even though I'm not that far removed from that age, it was something that when I first got in, it was kind of overwhelming, like, how do I talk to these people? And after, you know, after a few months, like, you know, you start to build those relationships, and it just started to become just kind of a natural way of communicating with them.
Okay, this one's for Gabby.
As the end of the Head Start year came about, and I really started to try to find ways to like express myself to the parents that I've worked with all year. I mean, I just told them, like, I feel honored to have worked with their kids. Like, they have trusted me with their kids every day for the whole year.
Like a lot of memories of the kids will just be with me, you know, like even now I've had moments like thinking about leaving them. I'm like, yeah, that'll be sad, you know.
The kids, in the morning when I come, they fight with me to give me a hug, and I all the time take home that feeling. And also my team, the team I work with, AmeriCorps team, they are a young people. They all of them born in America. They are all American kids. I am the oldest lady, a second language, and come from a refugee camp. So I all the time they help me. No one reject what I ask them. So I also that carrying that feeling, that moment.
The first couple weeks, I was afraid that I was gonna really not like it and be homesick and all that, but I actually kind of just jumped right in, and it was great. And the experience has been incredible. It's something that I would never take back. I've grown so much in the past year, and looking towards the end of my term now, it's kind of heartbreaking a little bit, because you finally get settled in, you finally get adjusted, and familiarize yourself with the community, and then you gotta move on, I guess.
I'm going to take away the relationships that I've made with people, like the teachers and the staff at Neighborhood House, especially Arena Vista, and especially the memories and relationships that I've developed with the little kids. And just, you don't really realize how much of an impact that they can have in your life and how much of an impact you can have in their life. And seeing their faces and the things that they say, it's just something to remember.
A lot of laughter, a lot of smiles. I definitely will miss the kids and the families that I've worked with. I've gotten pretty close with a few of them, and yeah, it stinks heading out of here and knowing that I'll be on the other side of the planet, you know, not even just down the street. And it hasn't sunk in at all. It still feels surreal, but it's the hardest part about youth work is really just being able to move on and close the chapter, and it's definitely also one of the most rewarding phases too, when you can look back and reflect on how much growth your students have demonstrated and how much you've influenced them, and so it's bittersweet.
Buckle up. Please buckle up tight and do not get off the ride, even though you want to throw up, or even if you want to pass out, or even if you black out during the process. Please stay on the ride and understand that the end of the ride will be fulfilling and you will be proud of yourself for being on that scary, long roller coaster.
My advice is just jump in, just go for it. Don't look back, dedicate yourself to the 10.5 months right away, and just go for it.
Take advantage of all the opportunities that this year presents you, that you can do so much personal growth and just learn so much.
Go to bed early.
Yes.
Preschoolers wipe you out. You need your sleep. And coffee.
See, you have to be person who can be on county. The people you are working with, they are counting on you. You have to be responsibility. You have to carry your responsibility. You have to be on time. You have to know, and somebody is trust you to hold his kids for 8 hours. So you have to be a trustful person.
Just be open to learn about your youth and about your job. You don't know everything, so just be open to learning. That's something I needed to learn in this term.
The number one piece of advice I'd give is probably to find your mentors, find the people that are going to be your cheerleaders for whatever it is you want to accomplish this year.
I think I would tell them not to care too much about like the ups and downs of the daily work, because I had some really good days, I had some really bad days, and a lot of times the good days would come right after the bad days, or the bad days would come right after the good days, and you'd go home one day thinking, wow, I really made a big difference, big impact today, and then other days like, wow, that really didn't do much today. And you can't get too caught up in just the daily fluctuations. You have to look at it more in the big picture, in the long haul.
Don't forget the little things, and just pause every once in a while and remember how lucky you are to be in a place like this.
And we danced, and we cried, and we laughed, and had a really, really, really good time. Take my hand, let's have a blast, and remember this moment for the rest of our lives. Our lives. Our lives. Oh, 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 oh. Tonight. Tonight. 'Cause tonight's the night. And we danced, and we cried,